Welcome to Ohms Lounge with your host, Ohms and the Lone Salesman. And today we're going to be talking about food. Here we have some of our good friend Pulpo, his artwork. We're going to be sharing some of our thoughts on things we like about food, things that pisses us off, and just like you came up with this topic, what made you want to talk about this?
Well, I was having a lot of fun when we were doing the Animals in Space podcast, and I wanted to do something a little different apart from the whole games industry and things like that. But I think food is really fun. I like I like eating it. I hate buying it because it's getting more expensive, and I like sharing it. I like the social aspects of it, and there's some things about it that make me mad, and I like to talk about them just to vent. And I like to think I'm not alone in some of these takes.
Well, absolutely. I mean, food is something everyone can connect to because no matter what, obviously you need it, and it's a significant cultural thing that you could say that there's an art to it, and you can say that with art there's commercial cheap food. There's let's get into like the food that kind of like irks us because okay, what is the food that you find the most annoying or thing that pisses you off?
I really don't care for crabs, dude. I really don't. I don't like the whole process of, breaking them apart and using tools to get to the
Tools.
food that I paid. Oh, yeah, like, I I don't I don't like dressing up super nice to go to, like, a restaurant. Better like, business casual, I would say, is, like, where you would go and take someone or if you're eating crab, dude, like, you're dressing a little nice, right? Maybe
Eh,
not all the time, but it's just, like, you get what I mean? Like, I don't wanna there's that part of it. I don't like the fact that I'm gonna have to use tools, and then if I do it wrong and you only get a little bit of meat with the crab, like,
yeah.
and it's expensive.
When I was in San Diego, I had never so like Chicago, not a big crab place, obviously. So when I went to San Diego, I wanted to try it, and I went by myself, and they put plastic on the table. They give you a bib. They give you like I like pick a crab and pick what seasoning, and it's just like a crab in a bag full of sauce, and I was just like.
Oh,
And I'm like, I was by myself, so I'm like, I kind of wanted to watch YouTube, whatever. I'm not that guy, I'm that kind of idiot who needs to watch YouTube while they're eating food. Like, I can't eat if I don't have my YouTube or my movie or something,
oh my god.
and I'm like, fuck, this sucks because I'm eating crab and I don't want to touch my fucking phone. My hands are disgusting. And yeah, you're right. I mean, I like it, but it's not something you go out of your way to go do like as a casual meal. During Golden Week, I went to Atami, which is like south of Hakone, like the tip of Shizuoka, and it was a seaside town. And they had sashimi. They actually did have crab soup, but it was more of a touch. Like they just put like a bit of crab in the miso soup, and then that was it. Like you didn't actually have to eat it. So I thought that was a nice touch. Generally, seafood can be annoying. Like even the fish, you have to pick apart the pieces from the bone. Like that
Yeah,
shit kind of like bothers me when you take a bite of fish and then there's a fucking bone and you got to spit it out. It's like fuck. Like
yeah,
okay,
it scares me.
like wing. All right, so lobster. So when you said like lobster's a bit easier to eat, but I think it's a little overrated. Like it's good, but is it really worth it? Wings are universally good, but again, it's like one of those messy things. So I think like there's a trick to eating wings too, right? Like you can make fun of people for wanting boneless wings, but honestly, probably like the smarter people or the smarter choice in general, like, right?
Yeah,
'Cause you can eat it with a
'cause you
fork.
can just stab into it. Yeah, exactly. 'Cause, like, here's my issue with wings. It's like, they're delicious, but if the restaurant you're going to hands you, like, gloves, like,
Yeah,
that's kind of a red flag, and you're like, "Oh, I don't need no fucking gloves, whatever." And then you make the mistake of eating it without the gloves or,
you
if you
burn your
choose to do
hands.
that No, no, it's not even that. It's that, like, what bothers me is you end up having your hands smell like fucking wings for,
Oh,
like, the
yeah.
rest of the day. So, what I here's a little life hack for you is, like, there's, uh, this thing I got at Daiso, it's a little fisherman's, like, a metal soap bar, and what it does is, like, you just rub it on your hands, and it just takes off this, the fish smell.
Oh,
So,
wow.
it's like yeah, and I was just like, I thought it was gimmicky or whatever, but no, what it does is, like, it gently scrubs, like, a little bit of the layer of your skin off, so it doesn't hurt or anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that. So, and another thing with the wings, right? Sometimes depending on how well it's cooked, the meat can be tough, or it's tough to crack the bone off. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing. I mean, but what are your thoughts? So, like, we live in Japan, so what's popular here is what they call shabu shabu, or like hot pot. They have it in other Asian countries too. I think like Thailand, or not Thailand, Vietnam, China. Yakiniku, which is also like Korean barbecue, where you pay for the meat and you grill it yourself. Sometimes it comes pre-seasoned, sometimes you add the sauce later. What are your thoughts on stuff like that?
I think it tastes good, I hate all the fucking plates you get. I don't like all the plates, like, taking up all of your space on your table. I don't like doing
You
that.
put it off to the side when you're done, and then they take it.
Bro, I mean, I eat a little bit because I don't know what it is with, like, Japanese food, but I'll just go and I'll have, like, 2 bites and I'm full, or, like, a bowl and I'm good, and we ended up having to well, I ended up, like, paying for the all you can eat or whatever for, like, an hour,
Yeah.
and, like, my wife, dude, she'll just, like, turn into, like, hot dog eating Japanese champion mode or whatever, and then she'll just, like, get everything, and I'm just like, "How are you eating all of this?"
How are you not?
I don't. I don't
Mm.
know, I think it's the sodium. I think it's, like, the sodium kinda fills me up really quickly, and I
Really?
also like to drink beer too, so that'll fill me up.
Ah, yeah. Because like they have the Nomi Hodai option too, or the all you can drink. So it's like it also fills you up a bit. I mean, it's a bit hectic, right? So like I have a young daughter. And, every time I go to yakiniku or something like that, it is like a mission, because it's like you're cooking the food, you're trying to entertain everyone, I'm trying to talk. It is a social experience, but like I wouldn't eat it with strangers, right? Like if I was meeting like, let's say you brought your friend that I don't know for the first time, I would not wanna eat shabu shabu with them, because I don't know what their cleanliness is, if they're gonna be double dipping in the soup, or like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
you can get sick, like, if you don't, like, if someone's, like, mishandling the meat, or, like, not cooking it right, you can get fucking sick.
Yeah, I hate that, that's the worst.
I think in general, it seems like the theme for food that pisses you off is, like, food you have to work for.
I'm a fast food guy for sure. Or just, like I like that, I like ballpark franks, I like hamburgers, hot dogs, I like stuff like that, like finger foods, I like finger foods,
Mm,
but if you're giving me, like a fine dining like, if somebody were to tell me, like, "Hey, let's go out and eat," I'm like, "Where are we going?" And
uh-huh.
my go-to place is, believe it or not, I like the bowling alley. I like bowling alley food, and I like Chili's, and I like Applebee's and stuff like
I
that.
can agree.
Those
It's just simple, and you know what you're getting. Like, look, dude, like, we're not, alright, we're just not that sophisticated. So if you think we're, I don't care. Like, I like Chili's. Maybe it's just because
yeah.
on the base, it's like it's just a nice experience, because like Japan, you'll never get that same experience, and it's a lot of food, a lot of drinks, and it's just
Mhm.
like pretty much a decent price. I think we would go sometimes, and we would just like talk, and it wouldn't be too loud. It was enough ambient noise to feel like, feel comfortable, but not too loud where you couldn't have a conversation. And it's also got like that sports bar. They have like some games playing in the background. So it's a nice experience.
Yeah, like Dave& and Buster's, I love that. I like going to Dave& and Buster's for food. Like, stuff like that is I can get behind.
Yeah, it's just like Chuck E. Cheese's for adults. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
You go, you eat some food, and then you go play games. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Like round one, before we start talking about food we like, There's a few things that I hate: soggy food from the microwave. Pizza when you cook a pizza roll, like, anything that says it can be microwaved usually sucks when you micro like, it's always better to cook in the oven, but I get it, sometimes, you wanna get something quick, microwave's fine. Also, food presentation, like, if I order something off the menu and it looks like shit, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't know, like, you look at some food sometimes and it looks disgusting, I just don't wanna eat it, like, it just ruins it for me.
Are there, like, some foods that just can't help it? Then you're just like, "Eh, it's alright."
Corned beef hash doesn't look appetizing, but it's really
Right.
fucking good. Like, it looks like
And it smells
slop.
good too.
In general, like, I'm not like, I like to cook certain things, but if I have to prep for, like, something, like, I gotta thaw, I'll make turkey, like, once a year, and that's fine. But if I have to, like, go through that whole exercise of, like, thawing something and doing this and that, dude, that's a lot. Like,
It is.
you would get yelled at as a
It's
kid
thankless work.
if you would, like, not thaw the chicken. Your mom would tell you to, like, thaw the chicken, and then you didn't, and then you're like, "Oh, fuck." Let me run it over under some water for a bit, and then it wouldn't be enough time still, and it's just like, "Fuck."
Fair.
You know what? We were going on a lighter note about what makes us happy about food. What are some of the foods that you actually like? Comfort food, you like fast food? I mean, everyone likes
Yeah.
that, but what would you say is your go-to? So your go-to is like bowling alley, easy food. What about if you're just like at home? Like, what would be like your ideal like happy meal?
Dude, Hungry Man's. Hungry Man I miss Hungry Man so much. Like, I like a good TV dinner. I love TV dinners so
Really?
much. I love them. I like those, and I like, microwavable, burritos, cause
Wow.
like, I don't really eat a whole lot, but, like, it's enough to fill my stomach. I like the bean and cheese ones and the beef and beans. Those are really good. I like those. I like a good cereal. I like for, like, at home for breakfast, I cook a mean breakfast, bacon, eggs, toast, the whole, like, shebang, whatever, get some coffee with it. I like to put jelly and jam on my toast. I like that shit.
It's safe to say that breakfast food is probably one of the better foods. You can't go wrong with any type of breakfast food.
I remember, I've had breakfast for dinner before on the ship just because, like, they were like, "Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of selections for dinners."
But you know what? You wouldn't be mad. You'd be like, "All right."
Yeah, exactly. Because like, sometimes people don't get up.
Yeah, I mean, the breakfast on the ship was probably the better food selection. And then I remember we had that one friend who would tell us not to eat certain things on certain days. They'd be like, "Hey, don't eat this. I didn't cook it." It's like, come on. What do you think about the adult Happy Meals? We don't have that here in Japan, but we get Evangelion toys, so I'm happy.
I'm not against it. I just think it's weird that they don't know how to actually approach, like, the 30-something-year-olds, and they're kinda doing it in such a roundabout way. Because like, you remember how McDonald's had, like, the Mighty Kids meals, and those were meant
Oh,
for, like,
yeah.
the tweens? Yeah, and, like, they had, like, better toys, right? Shit. I wish that they had something like that for adults.
I think they started bringing back the chicken selects and, when I was younger, I think like, I like the nuggets, but my favorite thing was to get the chicken selects and the buffalo sauce. That shit was fire. Then they got rid of it, and I was like, "Why?" I don't know why. I mean, chicken nuggets are great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I still feel like an idiot, like, when I order nuggets when I go to McDonald's, but it makes me happy. It's comfort. Like, dude, if I have a fucking long day, I'll stop and go to, like, McDonald's, or I'll stop to go to, Kokuichi and get some katsu and curry and stuff. Like, dude, I love spicy food, or just, like, a big meal like that always makes me happy. I think pizza is also, like, a happy food, like, you could never be sad eating pizza unless it's, like, this shitty fucking, God, look at this, hold on, we're gonna pull it up on the screen. So for the audio listeners, in Japan, they have a pickle pizza with mayo. This is disgusting.
I don't know who would want it.
Why would you do this?
I don't know why they do this. Like, they have, like, really weird pizzas with, they'll have pizza with corn and mayo on it
And
as, like, a
ebi
dressing.
and shrimp?
Yeah. Like, a lot of and squash, zucchinis, and
Fucking stupid.
weird.
Just
I mean,
garbage.
so, like, is it but my thing is just, like, how much of that like, where does that come from? Like, are they, like, looking at some of the stuff? Because like, the Italians, man, like, their pizza doesn't look like normal American pizza. Well, I say normal because 'cause I'm American, so but, like, even their pizza,
Yeah, I don't really give a shit. Um, but maybe it's just like the tasting, how do you say, like,
their palate.
the palate? Yeah, like, maybe just regular because like, when I was talking to my wife about pizza, like, because I would just make pizza for dinner, and she was just like, I never really imagined pizza just to be like a dinner food. It's usually like a party food. Maybe most people don't really see it as like a proper meal, but
Yeah, I can see that. On the ship, they would always have, like, pizza. Well, was pizza and wings a Thursday thing or a Friday thing?
I think it was Thursday or Saturday,
I think so
Thursday or
too.
Friday. Yeah.
But there was, like, off days that they would have it.
Yeah, it was random. It's just like they felt like it.
Yeah, and they had, like, hamburger Wednesday and fried chicken on Wednesday, and then taco Tuesday.
Chicken fried
But what about
steak.
Monday? Like, what's up with Monday? Was it
I think they just had like something normal.
adobo? Fucking
Yeah. Or chicken fried steak or something. Dude, food can really, like, fuck up your day or, like, really make you happy, and that's, like, the point we're trying to get at. Sometimes, if you're having a really fucked up day, food can, like, make you feel better. It can just be that comfort food, maybe you've been thinking about it all day, but do you think that some people are ruining food? Let's jump into, like, how food media is these days.
oh my god.
There's people that make a living making food, showing food, and eating food,
Yeah.
and it's quite bizarre, but I'm gonna pull up on the screen this Instagram profile, the Japanese, Instagram profile, Coffee Toast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, this is all just ridiculous.
You shared this. I mean, what is this? This is disgusting. Like, it looks so fascinating to look at. Like, what do we have here? Jalapeno, bacon, cheese. How many patties? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 patties wrapped in what? No buns? No buns. It's all meat. You can't eat that. Like, half of it, yeah. Not even half. Like, why make this?
Alright, so I went to KFC and I end up getting the double down,
Yeah.
and it looks really good, like, from whenever you end up seeing it, like, in advertisements, but when I got it, it was just, like, the saddest fucking thing, and it did not taste that great. I was, like, really disappointed. So, but something like this actually looks more appetizing
It
than the
does,
double down.
'cause you could see the real bacon.
'Cause it reminds me of the cube from Wendy's. I don't care for sweets like that, that's
This
too
is
much.
gross.
That looks like I'm gonna get cavities.
If it was cream cheese, I would like it, but not buttercream. Oh,
I don't even know what that is. I like the buns.
what is this? God gave us sauce in one hand and wings in the other and doomed us forever. What?
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 Dude, that sounds like some, like, villain
Yeah.
stuff right there.
Ugh.
He's just monologuing.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that goes into what we were saying about wings. Wait, hold on. There's one other. Oh, wait, it's a wing burger?
That's weird. You know what? I'm alright with it, whatever.
Yeah, but like there's bones. The bone's still there.
Rip it out. It looks like it's easy to rip out.
My only gripe with this is the sauce doesn't look. I don't know what it is about Japan when they make wings, but they don't know how to like properly layer the sauce with the wing. They don't know how to toss it correctly.
I am kinda confused. I wanna see somebody eat this.
I don't know how you would.
Exactly, so that's like, my curiosity is there. Like, where does the bun come into play?
Oh,
I
look at
don't know.
this. Oh,
Oh, that looks
he's
good. I'd
ripping
eat
it
that.
open.
I'm a sucker for fresh fruit and anything.
This looks good.
Yeah.
See, actually, this Instagram okay, this is fucking dumb. Like, it's creative, but like, fuck off. Would you stop? See, this is what fucking
Oh,
stop.
yeah, the
Oh,
slow
oh, we're gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna break it. So this guy's holding a some sort of pastry and chocolate is just flowing out of it. And this is what's obnoxious about this stupid influencer shit. It's just like, this is porn. This is food porn. Okay, like he's slicing it. Oh, look at it. This is so sexual. Look, he's slicing into it and the juice is flowing.
I'm not even kidding. I used to date this cook,
Oh
and
no.
she's like a really, really good, like, French culinary chef, and she was, like, looking at some food and, on her phone,
Uh-huh.
like, looking up some places for us to go eat, and she was, like, touching her chest, and I was like, "Are you getting aroused looking at this food?" And she was like, "Yeah, sorry." I was like, "What?"
Whoa. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. Looks like someone busted on that shit.
It really does do something for people, I guess. I'm not one of them. I do get, like, "Oh, man, I really want that." Whenever I see somebody, like, slap a brisket or, like,
Oh
cut into
yeah.
the brisket all juicy, I'm a barbecue fan, so something like that, nah.
So yeah, because I have a coworker that shares like his brisket and his grill every now and then. I'm like, damn, that looks good. They say oysters are aphrodisiac.
Same thing with asparagus and avocado.
This kind of Instagram profile is fine, but the lengths people are gonna go through to like this is stupid. What's this guy's obsession with squares or
I don't know.
cubes? Is that Frylock?
Like cubes. It looks like it.
This looks like
Like, some of
fake.
this I mean, it must be nice being able to just, like,
Just
go through
waste
your
food.
ingredients like this. I will say, like,
Yeah.
some of this stuff does look really appetizing, some of it just does not.
What? Oh no.
But, I mean, sometimes people just go for that, like, for again, like how you were saying, the experience.
True.
And, I mean, I would go to this place. It's over there in where, in Tokyo or something?
Is it?
But, yeah,
I
I
might
would
have to
yeah,
check it
it's
out just to like see if it's legit.
yeah. Yeah, like, I would go, for sure. Yeah, that's the website. But, I don't know, it's cool. I think it's really neat that people get to go and experiment with food the way that they do, but not necessarily to such extents like that. But,
What do
hey,
you
who
think
am I
about
to say?
I mean, what do you think about the like people who claim they're like foodies or food reviewers? Like, so there's a few food reviewers that are interesting. I always think the argument with critics, you can have someone who can describe and recommend something pretty well, but then you have people who can actually do it. They have the talent to do it themselves, and you know what I mean. Like, so like a chef has a different perspective than obviously me and you because we're not professionals. But may as a consumer, we still have our own perspective. So these foodies and food reviewers, like, what makes them reliable sources? Is it just because they've been to a lot of places or they know what they're talking about?
I think it's a little of everything. Like, one person's coming to mind, like, answering all these questions, and it's the guy that did Man vs. Food, because, like, he'll go and
Oh
go to the
yeah.
restaurant, they have yeah, I really liked watching that show because whatever they had as, like, the challenge or whatever,
Yeah, and
he'd
he
go
would just
there,
do it.
he'd do it, and he'd eat it, and he was like, "This is super like, he does like, the whole buildup of how they make the food and
Uh-huh.
seeing, like he was like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen how they do this," and he educates you, and I'm like, "Oh, wow." But he ended up, quitting the show after, like, 10 seasons, and I was like, I just looked this up. He was like he abruptly quit the show because his health was suffering from eating like that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you would there's no way you could keep up with that. So the favorite people that come to mind for me is probably Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace.
Mhm.
I really like to like I didn't get into his I didn't know him too well until later on. Like I would see his stuff. Like he's been around for a while, but I started like they started re-uploading his show on like YouTube and Facebook, and it would just show up on my feed, and I would just watch it. And he was a writer. He wrote a book, and that's how he got to be on his own show. And he wasn't even like that big of a professional chef. He went through the motions of being a chef, and then wrote a book, and then got picked up for the show. Kind of a tragic story for that guy, but the way he would describe things and just talk about things was so like enthralling. you could tell he really enjoyed, like, finding things, like, he had that one famous quote where it's like, "Go have a pint at that, dive bar, go eat at that restaurant at, like, 1 a.m.," like, go do things that are, like, outside your comfort, which I don't think is for everyone because, obviously, you don't wanna waste your time or sometimes you don't wanna, like, be disappointed, but, like, when I think of, like, going out with my wife, that's usually what we do. We always like going new places. I mean, we don't go anywhere too crazy, but I do like going on Google reviews sometimes and checking what people say. You and I like to write some stuff sometimes, but I think when it comes to, like, the foodies and, like, bloggers, the Instagram profiles, it's just, like, you could tell who has, like, the low effort versus, like, who actually, like, enjoys what they're doing. Like, even that guy in the suit in his car who's talking about fast food.
Oh, yeah, review bruh.
Yeah, he's pretty straight up. Like, he's not, like, full of shit. Like,
Oh, yeah,
when
he's got a good talent for that. I like what he has to say about food, and I agree with it a lot of the time.
yeah, and then versus, like, someone like Moist Critical who's pretty generic. He'll say something about food and it's like, okay. Like, there's nothing to it, but you can tell, like, when people actually can describe it well. So I think that's what makes the difference is how well they can describe it so you can fully understand why something is good or not.
Yeah, you mentioned Anthony Bourdain, and you really liked his show. Like, one that came to my mind was, Insomniac with, Dave Attell. It's really, really good. Like, this was back before well, this was back when he used to drink. He doesn't drink anymore, but he's a comedian. And he just go around, like he was out in, Louisiana, New York, and Austin.
Mhm.
He'll go out, have a night on the town from, like, 9 to 6 in the morning. He's gone to, like, Tijuana, and he'll go and he'll pick up food and stuff, and it's
That
really
sounds dope.
cool. Yeah, it's a really fun watch.
I think getting food at night is, like, always exciting because
It tastes much better too.
oh, man, so in Chicago, there was a Mexican place called Comales, and it was only open at night. It was open during the evening, and, one time, my wife and I were, visiting from the States, and we both couldn't sleep because we were both still kinda, like, jet lagged, and, I took her out. It was pretty late, and then, I parked somewhere, went to the restaurant, ordered some tacos, and it was just dope. Like, it was a little, like, kinda strange too because they had, like, these fluorescent lights, and it was, like, beaming, it's, like, all white, and it's, like, nighttime. It's a different feeling. It's fun. But what do you think about, like, I don't know, like, the frauds? Like, do you think, like, there's, like, a lot of fraudsters out there? Like, what do you think about the food hipsters? Like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this, like, organic place that makes organic, milk and organic ice cream and organic salad." Like, it's one thing to, like, have a brand or an image of being organic or whatever, but then what if the food just sucks?
I'm not opposed to trying something new for sure, but if you I'm gonna be hard pressed if you try and tell me, "Hey, I need you to check out this new, Sudui," or I don't know how to pronounce this. I just sent you a photo of it,
Oh,
but
no.
it it's the fucking apparently it's like a Chinese dish, or I don't know if it's new, if they've always done it, but they just eat, like,
Oh, the
flavored rock.
rocks? Oh.
Yeah, like, okay, that's cool, but don't be that fucking friend or that guy that I just met. They're like, "Yeah, man, if you really wanna, you know, try something really good, go to this place and go and eat these fucking rocks." Like, "No, dude, fuck off, man. No, I'm not doing that."
I had a coworker come back from China, and he ate the actual larva, which
Ugh.
we'll get into later because that is something that is something that we have to talk about. But before we go to the next, what do you think about this, phenomenon about mukbangs? And
I don't care for it, dude. I think it's so ridiculous. But, I mean, I can kinda see myself being a little bit of a hypocrite because I do enjoy watching other people eat, like, on, like, these really sophisticated, long and drawn out, 30-minute long, cooking competition shows, like, where they're making barbecue or
well, that's
something.
different.
Like
But
Is it
people,
different? Because, like, you're watching them eat it and enjoy it, but
well,
these other people, you're
they're
just
eating
watching them
it.
eat and enjoy it.
Well, they're
Like,
eating it after the
get
fact.
me.
They're not making it. Like,
Right. I mean,
uh,
but you're still watching them eat it. The
sure.
the whole point of the show, and I guess of mukbang, is to see somebody eat the food, consume what is in front of you.
Is it also just like ASMR? I guess like they
I
like
don't know,
hearing the noise.
maybe.
Because personally, I hate hearing people eat. It's disgusting. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
like hearing
gross.
people eat or like chewing with their mouth open. Or I guess I could see the appeal if like some chick is like eating. I guess, but like,
I hate hearing people fucking drink and I can hear them gulp it.
oh,
I hate that. That's the worst. Yeah. That's my big complaint. I can deal with smacking gum, but the whole drinking and gulping, hate it.
I could see like if you're like watching a streamer or YouTube and maybe you want to eat too, and you're eating with them, and they're talking about I think there's like one chick that does like murder mysteries. She'll talk about some sort of mystery while she's eating, like stuffing her face. And I'm like, okay, why couldn't you just talk about the mystery? So I don't know. It is a weird phenomenon. I think the cooking shows definitely did start it. And like the shows we mentioned before where it's showing people eat, but it's usually they're in a restaurant or they're out somewhere. They're showing the food. But the mukbang angle is like a low angle shot. They put a mountain of food, like they're presenting the food, and that's the thing we'll get into like right after this. But like food presentation, because it's like the presentation of the food makes it so eye catching and interesting. Like they put like some yang meat wings, some like very crispy chicken. Like it looks really good. They put as much effort to make it look good so that you click on the video just so you can look at it. It's almost like they're doing the advertiser's jobs for them.
You know who kinda shares similarities with people that do mukbang, or anyone that just does, stuff with large portions of food, or, the health conscious, like, the workout freaks with their meal prepping. They're like, "Yeah, bro, this has
Oh
all the
god.
protein that you'll ever need." I mean, and sometimes, like, I'm guilty of it. I'm like, "Man, that looks good. I could eat, like, 100 burritos for a fucking year, or for, like, 3 months or whatever." I'm like, "Nah."
I guess you could do it, but like, okay, on the ship, it was different because it was kinda like meal prepping if you think about it. It's like, "Hey, this is our menu. You don't get extra. This is it." And so you take it or leave it. If you really wanted to, you could go off ship or, like, if you're ported, you could go out and get something, but, most of the time, if you're trying to save money, you don't. Meal prepping's okay, and I don't blame people for it. It's actually probably smart, but I think it just, like, takes a part of your life out of you that's just, like, makes life
Yeah, the
meaningful.
monotonous, it kinda sucks, yeah, because, like, I can see it being an issue, especially for me, because, like, I've gone through this of eating the same thing every day. Like, I remember I bought, like, this 24 rack of Spam because I was just like, "I need some protein, and I need something for breakfast." I just got so tired of eating Spam. Like, I was like, after, like, the 12th can, I was like, I didn't touch the other 12 for, like, more than a few months.
Yeah, you can't eat this like, eggs are different, like, eggs is something you can probably you can switch it up. You can have hard boiled, you can have fried, you can switch it up. Presentation of food, like, is it important to you, or do you think it kinda makes the food taste better or gives you a better experience?
I don't know. I guess, like, it's a better question of what are you eating? Because, like, if it's in a burrito, of course not. You're not gonna see all that stuff. It's unless you cut it in half, of course, but,
Mm,
like, to me, I just see it as, like, a brick of food sustenance.
mm,
But for, say, like, wet burritos, does that look appealing to me? Yeah, it does.
mm.
Is it good to handle and eat? Probably not. It's just messy. I don't like messy foods, but I don't know, I would fold if I had a wet burrito in front of me.
Why does it have to be wet? Like, what?
Dude, they're delicious. So good.
True, I mean, I think it does help, and it makes you like you can have shitty food, and if shitty food's, like, presented poorly too, it also just makes it worse, like, it just looks like slop. let's say you had like refried beans, right? Mush,
Sure.
and you put it in like let's just say plop it on a plate and like it just looks like a plop of shit. But let's say you put it on a plate instead, put it with the side of the rice on the side, the tacos, you put the green onion on, like you present it in a way where it looks freaking good. Like, oh, this is gonna go great with this. I'm gonna maybe mix this. Like, you can make it look good. Or let's say like caviar, like you know all that fancy food people eat hors d'oeuvres. They make it look very nice, but some of that shit's disgusting. It's just like chopped liver or God knows what they're putting on. But the fact that it looks presented well, people will pay more money for it because someone put the effort to put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like, the big trick with getting kids to eat too. They're like, "I don't want it, it looks weird." And then you just hand them chicken nuggets and
Shaped like a
that are shaped like
dinosaur.
dinosaurs. Yeah, and, like, waffles that you can play with as building blocks.
Speaking of which, like, have you ever noticed how when everyone mentions those themed cafes, like I think like Monster Hunter had one, like they always have some themed cafe like in Japan here. Well, they'll make food that's like shaped like ridiculous stuff. But the food's
I
usually
went to a Kirby one.
how was that one? Because I think you
That
told me
was
about
it
that.
was
You had to
in
reserve. You had to make a reservation for that shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but, yeah, we went to the Kirby cafe in Fukuoka,
Mhm.
and I thought it would and guess what they had on the menu?
What?
Like, all the all the generic shit that you would see everywhere else in Japan.
Yeah.
Hamburg steak and rice, and
Mhm.
but my wife, she was all about it. The
But the
dessert, on the other hand, the dessert was amazing. It was really good.
okay. So the dessert at least was unique, but the rest of the
Yeah,
food
it
was
was cool.
whatever.
Yeah.
Would that kind of fall into like food gimmicks, like all these themed foods?
I don't see why not. I think it's kinda gimmicky. They're like, "Yeah, dude, you like Kirby, right? Here, sit right next to the giant fucking tree or whatever that has the face on it.
It's an experience.
Inhale all the food like like Kirby, start choking. Watch the watch the waitress freak out."
Yep. Let's talk about like movies. What movies have been doing that get people back in the theater? So, when the movie Dune came out, um, they they made the sandworm bucket. This is the infamous popcorn bucket. It's literally a pocket pussy. Eh, what do you think they were thinking when they made this?
I don't know, that they wanted to do the popcorn trick, they wanted to bring back the popcorn trick, I think.
What's the popcorn trick?
Well, dude, you cut out the bottom of the bucket, put your Johnson in there, and then
And
your
then
date
what?
reaches in. She was like, "Oh, what is this?"
But wouldn't you get like salt and butter all over your dick? That would kind of suck.
I mean that's why you have underwear, dude. Catches everything.
What? But your dick's still covered in salt and butter. What do you mean?
It's like a gi dude, your underwear's like a giant napkin at that point.
Oh, okay. So that'll wipe it off.
Yeah, it's fine.
This alien bucket's pretty cool. It's like the alien head. I mean, it's not
Did they have to choose that one? Like, couldn't they have chosen, I don't know, like, Ripley's, like, giant robot or something? No, they couldn't because they're like, "It's an alien. What are you gonna use
someone's
as a
definitely
bucket
gonna use that as
alien?"
something.
It's very phallic, but, like, the thing is, like, with these buckets, I think it's really cool. I think they're neat. Jokes aside, the money, yeah, dude, they sell a lot for the resale
$100 for the
value.
bucket? Wow.
Yeah, people have been selling them on eBay. Like, if you
Damn.
have a nice little man cave, it'd be kinda cool. Or if you're just a big movie nut, I think that'd be kinda cool too for, going out for Halloween as, like,
Yeah.
your Halloween bucket.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe not the Dune bucket.
I think movie theaters need something to get people to come in, and something novelty like that is a good idea. I think it's actually cool. I think when Star Wars 3 got re-released, they had some unique popcorn bucket. The thing I like about the Toho Cinema is their shop nearby always has some cool merch. Like when Godzilla minus one came out, they had some nice Godzilla stuff. Or some other movies come out, they sell stuff. They'll sell like they actually sell like art books sometimes too. Like they'll sell like behind the scenes books. But going back into like how the gimmicks, I there's so many ways to get food now. So like you have claw machines, like these are probably popular in Japan. One of my favorite ones is the Pringles machine where you pay 200 yen, which is like roughly like $1.50, and you can get up to like 3 cans of Pringles. But the catch is sometimes they're really shitty like flavors that you don't want. So it's like, yeah, you can get 3, but you might not get like sour cream and onion, and you might get something else. What do you think also about like stuff like carnival food or cotton
I'm for it.
candy?
I love it. I love funnel cake. I think it's like, where else are you gonna get funnel cake,
I love Dude,
you
funnel
know?
cake is good.
It's awesome. I wish it was everywhere.
You talked about the double decker KFC, which is disappointing. What do you think about like the idea of trying new sauces and dips? Like every like restaurant has their own unique one. Like I know McDonald's will come out with their own, and then like famously Papa John's had their garlic butter sauce.
I think sauces are, it's a really I think a lot of people don't give, sauces credit where it's due, because making a good sauce is
Actually hard.
it's really fucking hard. So, think about it, man, like, if you make a really badass sauce and then anybody that thinks that it's easy making a good sauce, like, truly addictive, then please go and get that stuff bottled and sell it. Like,
Yeah, someone's gonna like it because it's yeah, especially like barbecue sauce. Like I think barbecue sauce is one of those things where it's like it's so people are so particular about how they like their barbecue sauce. Like I was talking to some people at work and they were just saying like, "Oh yeah, like Texans apparent like is this true about Texans? Like they're not big on putting sauce on their like meat and food."
I don't wanna speak for every Texan, but for me, I don't like to eat my barbecue with the sauce first. I'll have it on the side. I wanna taste the meat first.
Ah, okay. So I guess that's what they were trying to they basically said is they typically don't cook with the sauce. They always have it on the side. Where I've come from, usually you at some point towards the end you bake it with the sauce. Or like I had a my friend's place, they sold like rib tips and they would just like, make it with it, whatever. Dude, sauce makes a big fucking difference though. Like you can like here's my thing with ribs. Like ribs by themselves is not that great. I'll just say it. You can
Yeah.
season it, but the sauce really makes a fucking difference.
Mhm.
What do you think about like how like back in the day, like you can get like game codes and promotions from like Mountain Dew and like cereal and shit?
I miss the cereal toys. I know that's something totally different, but like Mountain Dew.
That's what was a gimmick to get you to buy the cereal is like the puzzles or the rings, like the ring decoders. Like,
Yeah. My favorite one was, honeycombs, as a matter of fact, because honeycombs was dude, honeycombs is forever gonna live in my heart because when I was, like, a dumb kid and we didn't have
mhm,
any money, whatever, but I would always get honeycombs, and I would always, cut out the little, like, the barcodes or whatever for points, and then they're like, "Hey, once you have all these honeycomb box, things, you can send it in, and then we'll send you back something." I got, like, a honeycomb PDA from them
mhm.
once. It was really cool, and I felt like the coolest fucking kid playing with some technology that I got in the mail just because I ate honeycombs. It was really cool. I love it. I think the gimmicks should come back for sure.
I mean, the cereal itself was pretty good too, right? Was the gimmick
Oh,
worth
yeah,
the
I love
food?
it. Yeah.
That's
I
good.
mean, my favorite honeycomb cereal was the strawberry one because like, you can, like, let it soak.
Mhm.
Like, if you go to 7-Eleven, you can get the strawberry, cookies. That's
Yeah.
basically, strawberry honeycomb cereal. I
Wow.
would get those, let it just soak into the milk, and then my milk would turn into strawberry milk, and it was great. It was awesome, I loved it.
Yeah, I think another big one was, like, when McDonald's every year would do the Monopoly game, like, that would get people coming to McDonald's more. Or, you do, like, a new menu item, like the McRib or something, like, I think even real restaurants, like, actual restaurants, the menu like, well, not just fast food, but a menu is very important in its success, and sometimes switching up the menu can or, like, doing, like, daily specials is what keeps people coming back. It's like, "Oh, today we have something different," or like, "Oh, this is a different soup," or, like, so maybe you wanna come back for a different special or, like, dude, when I went to, that seafood place I talked about, it was a Japanese holiday, Children's Day, and they actually gave us a free, sashimi bowl of, mackerel, so that was cool. I was like, "Oh, dope." Like, I didn't even know that. So it's like, you never know when you go to certain places, they might have something. What do you think about, like, food and movies and games? Like, what's something that strikes you as, like, something that, like, comes to mind?
Well, as of recently, it's definitely Monster Hunter, but before it was a PS1 game called Star Ocean, Second Story. Like, one of the things in that game was you can be a really good cook, and
Mhm,
depending on, like, how you cook your food, then you can get, like, extra ability points and stuff, but I found that the way that you would cook in that game really interesting because, like, you can fuck up your meal, and you can make things even better. You can even go into things like RuneScape, cooking, like, steaks and getting kebabs and stuff like that. I think food and video games, it definitely got me thinking about things a bit more. Another
mhm.
one was Kingdom of Loathing, where you can be a bartender and you can make your own like alcoholic beverages, like a rockin' wagon and a pink pony and like all these crazy like alcohol drinks. And I'm like 12 playing this game and making alcohol beverages. So
Yeah.
like I thought it was funny. Like, oh, I need gin and a lime to make a martini. Like, it's really funny.
Nowadays, like, especially at games like Monster Hunter, there's even, like, food games, like, one game that comes to mind is, like, Cooking Mama. It kinda tells you, like, "Hey, cooking's hard," or, like, we have the Calorie Mate game. This is something that's actually real, no longer
A
available, though.
modern day Pepsi Man.
Yeah, Pepsi Man, that's also infamous. Why'd they
Who was
take
that
this off?
other weird one?
The
I don't know.
Noid
Yeah, the
from
Noid. Yeah.
Domino's. I remember one of the coolest things I liked about, like, San Andreas was if you ate a lot of food, like, in that game, you're like, he would act CJ would actually get fat, and, there's one particular girlfriend in the game you can get, she only liked you if you were fat, so, like, you'd have to, like, eat a bunch of, like, chicken or burgers or go to Burger Shot to get fat or whatever, and, I don't know, GTA is a good way of, like, making fun of, like, real life. Clucking Bell and, like, Steve Burger Shot. And it's just like a it's just such a fucking it's so funny. What about, like, food and movies? Like, because I think food and movies I think can be done a little bit better than games. Because like, there's a lot of movies based on cooking or being a chef. Like, one thing that comes to mind is The Bear, we talked about that, like, a few episodes ago. Like, so I think one of the ones you that also I think of is, like, anime, Ghibli movie, like
Oh,
Naruto,
yeah,
like
they always make their food look so good.
yeah, it's just like it's like, damn, like, I want what they're eating, even though it's, like, not real. I think
Yeah.
pizza of, like, Ninja Turtles or, like, Goofy Movie, like, the
Mhm.
cheese that would just melt. It's like, "Oh, man, I want that." Ratatouille was, like, a good cartoonish movie, but, like, the food looked good, like, you could tell, like, he had a passion and they made it artfully done. You didn't really I didn't wasn't familiar with the dishes, but there's also a thing with, like, advertising. I think there's some techniques that they do where, like, the food that's presented in advertising isn't actually even food, like, I think with ice cream, for example, like, real ice cream would just melt on set, so they use, like, glue and other stuff to make it look like real ice cream, but it's not. Have you also seen, you've been to, like, a Japanese restaurant and they have those, like, food replicas? I think that's kinda cool.
Mhm. It's really disheartening whenever it's just, like, it's actually, like, a plastic meal. I mean, I get it. It's kinda like,
Yeah,
whenever you go to your grandma's and she has, like, the fake grapes on the table or something.
just like why?
It's just there for presentation to make it look lively.
What do you think
My
about like
dumb ass would just go and pull it off and try and eat it.
oh, what do you think about movies like Willy Wonka?
No, if anything, it kind of makes me, realize why kids like me, were, like, window licking, like, inside the car. Maybe
Oh
because of that
yeah.
stupid ass scene where he's, like, licking the wall. I'm just like, "Wow, wow." Just
These schnoz this tastes like schnozberry.
stupid shit.
That's what he said. They ripped that off in what's this called? What was that stupid Super Troopers, remember? These
Oh,
schnozberries taste
yeah.
like schnoz he said the same thing like in Willy Wonka. I think one of the like dinner scenes and like mafia movies or like Godfather, there's scenes where people are, like eating and talking. You gotta wonder like when they're doing scenes like that, like how many takes they're doing, like how much like food they actually have to eat or pretend to eat, or it's like not even good.
Yeah.
I've heard some actors like Robert Downey Jr. There's like some scenes in Avengers where he's eating stuff. It's like actually unscripted. He would just eat. He would sneak food on the set and just eat it. It would just be part of the scene.
Who was it in, Fast and the Furious? The Asian dude, he always has, like, an apple with him in every scene. Like, I
Oh.
remember watching, like, the Fast and Furious spoof movie, and that was, like, his thing. It's like every time that he comes on screen, he just has an apple and just takes a bite out of it.
I mean, because it's like the cool thing. It's like the
That's a
it's
cool thing to do, to
it's
just walk around with an apple and eat it.
no, it's like the clever guy. Like, oh, like I got you, and then eats the apple, and then throws it, and then walks away, and then you get shot or something.
Oh my god.
What about that movie, Sausage Party? Like, that movie made it
I
funny.
never seen it. I never seen it. I think if anything, eh.
It's basic you know the concept.
Yeah, it's just raunchy humor, I get it. A bunch of
Well,
dick jokes.
besides that, it's the whole plot is basically, all the food they live in the grocery store, and then, I think one day like, someone is like, figures out what happens when they get taken home, like, they get cooked and boiled alive and chopped to pieces. So, like and then the guy comes back, he's like, "Guys, like, you do not wanna, like, get sold, like, you're gonna get fucking killed, boiled, like, and chopped." It's kinda funny. What do you think about, like, future food, though? We've talked about things that we like.
Well,
Or hold on, before we get into future food, what are some of the foods that, like, you always wanted as a kid? So, like, I know you like TV dinners now, but what you also said before, you look forward to, like, kid cuisine, like, when you saw those commercials?
oh, yeah, I never got kid cuisines. I never got Go-Gurts. I mean, I got them, like, maybe 1 or 2 times, but they were just expensive,
Yeah.
and we have kid cuisine at home, stuff like that for an answer. Uh, yeah, I mean, I would get it, but still, it's just
I always liked the idea of Gushers, but when I finally got my hands on them, they were pretty, like, meh.
I
I
love them. I like anything gummy.
what was your go-to, like, snack when you were a kid? Was it, like, sucking rocks?
No, window licking? Nah. Salty, sweet, like, what we talking about here?
Yeah, let's go both, like so my thing was always Pringles. Pringles was, like, my go-to snack. I wasn't much of a sweets person, but I think Skittles was probably, like I could eat Skittles anytime. Like, Skittles is probably Skittles, Starburst, Nerds, top 3 for candy as a kid.
Mine was definitely Funyuns. Funyuns
Mm,
and, Fritos. Fritos, they
twisty
they
ones?
had no, these were
The regular
there's, like, a
ones?
little bit of a chipotle seasoning ones. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think they
yeah.
make them anymore.
Are they the twisty ones? 'Cause they had those on the ship. Remember when, I got, like, in trouble and then what's his face felt bad for me and they bought me a bag from the road coach?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was something like that.
Yeah,
Um, and then, Reese's Fast Break. I think that's what they were called
Reese's
for
Fast.
candy. Fast Break. Yeah, those were really good because like, those were always cheap, and what else was another really good candy? Oh, the M&M minis. The ones that came
Those
in,
are
like,
pretty
a really
good.
cool bottle. Yeah, they don't make those anymore.
I guess at some point, like, I think Mr. Beast was, like, talking about, like, the struggles of, like, distributing, like, different types of, like, those Beast bars or whatever, and he said it was, like, a pain in the ass, like, maintaining multiple products, I'm gonna share something on screen, but Capri Sun was, like, I mean, I didn't drink it a lot, but that was, like, kinda like the go-to, for drinking stuff. It wasn't, like, something you always drank, but, like, if you're at your friend's house, like, your rich friend's house, they'd have these all the time. But what happened to
Yeah.
the logo? Like, what's going on here? So, before, like, Capri Sun was, like, the it had, like, a sporty, like, surfing people. But who is this guy? What is
I don't
this?
know. I don't
It's
like it.
he looks fucked up. So we have Costco membership, but sometimes it's, like, a pain in the ass to go, so they have these, like, reseller Costco places, the markup's not too bad, but I saw this and I was just like, "What the hell is this?" And yeah, I think in general, food you eat as a kid is definitely what shapes you as an adult later. Like, you can either, like, grow out of it or also stick to, like, that's where some of your comfort foods come from. What do you think, like, the future of food is? Like, what's up with the air fryers? Like, why is that, like, such a big thing right now?
I don't know, everyone has one. I don't have one, but I would like to get one, but people are, like, using the I mean, I remember when I first saw an air fryer
Mhm.
was, like, when I first came to Japan, I went to the local supermarket and I saw one, I was like, "What the hell is that?" They were like, "Yeah, you can fry chicken in this with just air." And I'm like, "That's wild, I don't believe it." And then I just walked on by. Fast forward a few years, everyone and their fucking mother has one, making churros and bread and
Is it
sticking
actually,
eggs
like,
in there.
healthier though? Like, are air fryers
I don't know.
healthier?
I mean, I'm still skeptical about it, but isn't everyone whenever something new comes around? I'm sure it's fine.
I guess they use less oil and
Yeah.
also maybe give you less cancer. Mm.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's why I stay away from, anybody cooking caveman style with the for barbecue, like, wrapping everything in fucking aluminum foil. Don't cook with aluminum foil. Don't cook with Teflon.
Eh,
Like, it's just bad for you.
I guess it depends how much you use it. Like, you have to take it off at some point. It's just like
Yeah.
you don't wanna keep it on the whole time. I like the idea of having a grill at home. We bought a gas, what is it? A little gas grill, so for when we do, like, yakiniku at home or something. I think having a grill is super handy, like, especially if, like, you lose power or something. Like, any type of
Mhm.
propane or, gas, whatever. Those George Foreman grills are pretty cool. Yeah, I always think of The Office when Michael Scott, like, grilled his foot, but do you have one?
No, I had one whenever I was, what was it? When I was at my first duty station, and I was still living in the barracks, and we couldn't have, like, we couldn't really cook a whole lot of stuff, but I
Yeah,
had a George Foreman grill. I would make paninis with it, like,
that
tasted
sounds
really
good.
good. Like, yeah, really good for barracks room food. I was super happy with it.
What do you think about the idea of, like, 3D printed food?
I think it's cool. I I don't know if I would try it. I don't know. I would try, like, a small sample, like, I'm talking, like, a Sam's Club, uh, take a sample
Oh,
of some
yeah.
meat, you know? I wanna I'm curious. I think it's
I like how you
interesting.
said Sam's Club. I also grew up with Sam's Club, not
Yeah, it's
Costco.
yeah, dude. Sam's Club is cool.
What we've started to see is, like, there's a realization, and we talked about this in the beginning of the podcast, you mentioned it. Food is getting expensive. So, there's people, like, finding, like, hacks or different ways to, like, save money on food. There's even, like, a big controversy about synthetic meat. Personally, I wouldn't know the difference. Like, I guess I'd have to see. I haven't had I don't know, maybe I've had it before without knowing. Who knows? Like bug meat, like bug meats, because like we mentioned bug meat, larva and stuff. Dude, I was watching what was it? Blade Runner 2049, and yeah,
Yeah.
they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get Dave Batista at the protein farm, and they're just like growing bugs in the dirt and shit. I'm like, "Oh god, is this what our future is gonna be?" Like, it's gonna become more like, you could see people, like, being like, "Oh, we can't kill cows anymore or sheep or pig," but bugs, that's okay. We can harvest those.
What is that shit called? It was, I think it's Beyond Meat or something?
Mhm.
It's something that they have. It's like a it tastes like Salisbury steak. I've had, like, "fake meat," quote, unquote, and they were shaped like hamburger patties, and I was like,
Sure.
"You know what? Fuck it, let me try it." So I got it, tasted it, tasted like Salisbury steak. But I think if you're gonna try and give me some meat, like, say, like barbecue chicken or something like that, and you want it to look like barbecue chicken and taste like barbecue chicken, it's gotta it's gotta be presented in such a way, kinda like how it is with, crab meat. Like, I
Yeah.
prefer fake crab meat over the real shit for I already talked about it. And I think I can't tell the difference. I think it tastes great, and I think it goes good with a lot of stuff. So, hopefully, that's, like, the future that we're going for with,
Yeah.
meat like that.
I mean, who knows? It could be more, just more sustenance and maybe hopefully healthier. Who knows? I mean, personally though, if I had to like choose between bug meat, I don't know. Maybe I'll just be a soy boy, man. I'm not a. I don't know. Uh,
Oh, it is called Beyond Meat. Yeah, it's just vegan plant-based meat substitutes. Yeah, like, if we yeah, once we figure out if we have figured out how to make burgers taste good with just vegetables, I'm confident that 3D printed stuff is gonna be well on its way.
What's your thoughts on people eating animal food?
Oh, are you talking about Mr. Pig shits on balls?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I think it's kinda hilarious, firstly, and then concerning, secondly. So this guy, he was just like, I wanna meal prep, but I wanna use gorilla food for protein, and so that I can get my gains on the cheap." So that's what he was doing. I think this is also the same guy that did that, and then
Uh,
he was also talking about how he was, using, horse electrolytes instead of, like, Gatorade or something. And he was just like, "Yeah, my body's tingling and shit." And I'm like,
Never buying Gatorade again. 5-pound bucket of fucking horse electrolytes on Tractor Supply. Never getting hungover again or being iron deficient. My skin is tingling.
yeah.
I am uninsured. Woke up energized at 7 a.m. naturally. My essential tremors have gone away, and I got asked what my skincare routine. My skin was glowing, appetite through the roof. Oh, wait. Okay, I woke up drinking heavily tonight. Limited draft beer event. Okay. I only had 10 drinks and didn't have any of the electrolytes before bed, and I could say that this is the real deal. Wow. So he actually did get a lot of like. So he went out drinking after 3 days on the electrolytes, and he's still feeling pretty good.
I wonder I wonder how much electrolytes are, in this stuff compared to, uh, Pedialyte. Because, like, the whole trick before Pedialyte decided to come around and they're like, "Oh, shit, there's people buying Pedialyte that don't have kids. I wonder why." It's because of,
The drug,
alcoholics.
yeah,
Yeah.
or drug tests.
So yeah, I forgot about that.
It was yeah, like if you drink a lot of Pedialyte, you can pretty much clean your system, piss it all
Yeah, it's
out.
just that it's expensive. So
Yeah,
that's why this guy ended up getting, like, horse electrolytes, and he was just like, "This is cheap. I'm never buying
no
Gatorade."
sugars last longer. You're into work or your money back.
So it's like it's very minimum, but for as much as he's taken, one volume ounce is 38 grams. Yeah, he's fine, dude. He's still alive and kicking. It's been a year.
Yeah. What did you say when you like reposted this? I had a really bad side effects for 3 days. Wednesday had the shits. Oh, ivermectin update.
Oh, so he was, like, testing ivermectin? I don't know, bro. Like, why are
Oh,
you
he had
doing that?
parasites. The hell.
Like, because of this or just from something separate?
Okay, whatever. I don't. We're falling down a rabbit hole with this guy. The bottom line is, there's other guys out there too that have done the whole eating gorilla biscuits or like you know eat like dog
Putting things
food.
in their body?
Yeah, like there's what, whatever. I thought it was cool when I went to the space museum. I went to like the science museum in Japan. You could actually buy astronaut food there. Like you could buy like the samples that they would eat. I thought that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. I'm not sure if I've had it. I can't remember. I
And
remember seeing it.
apparently they're even making crayons you can eat.
Yeah, I showed you that one
So
for your window licking kids.
you know what? I think it's safe. I mean, kids put stuff in their mouth all the time. I think at a certain age, though, kids do realize like what to eat and what not to eat. But still,
You would think that.
yeah.
I had a coworker,
Oh no.
he said that I had a coworker, he was actually pretty smart, but in a I guess, like, in an autistic way, like a true autistic way,
Sure.
because he was telling me that whenever he was little, he would just go fishing with his dad and put the lead weights in his mouth. I was like,
What?
"Oh, no."
Why?
Yeah, just because he would just put them in his fucking mouth because he was a dumb kid.
I mean, that's just part of parenting too, dude. You gotta watch. Like it's not like bad parenting, but you just gotta watch what your kids are doing because you never know. They get some stupid idea. I mean, it's not a bad.
There's always, like, so much shit. There's so much shit that we just don't know either, you know? Like, it was in our parents' lifetime that they had just turned away from leaded gas, and
True.
then we went to yeah, so, like, everyone was just breathing leaded air at that time. They're all
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
because my friend was telling me too, like how like they were looking at lung cancer, right? And one of the things they're talking about is back in the day they thought lung cancer came from smoking a lot, but they started finding other people who would get lung cancer, and then sometimes it would just be housewives who were cooking but didn't have exhaust fans. Like when they're cooking with oil and stuff, all the fumes they'd be
Yeah.
so like that would give people lung cancer just being in like smog cities. So like certain food can kill you in different ways. So let's just say like hypothetically, what would be your last meal? I mean, I hopefully you're never in that situation, but if you're given a last meal, maybe it's the end of the world or whatever, what do you think your last meal would be?
I think it's a fun question. It's a good conversation starter for sure. Because like, a last meal to me is just like, yeah, dire straits, what's gonna happen, whatever. I would say my last meal, 100% bean and cheese tacos from San Antonio with the red and green salsas, dude. Like, a good breakfast taco. I want as many of those as possible. Like, that's my go-to, and
Or
if I didn't have that going down the line, it'd be like a corned beef, sandwich, really good. It's
mhm.
kinda like a pastrami. I like the supersonic burrito. Those are really good. I used to work at Sonic, and that's, like, my favorite thing. From Denny's, I'd get the Denny's, club sandwich. I don't know if they still sell that anymore, but I love that. Like and just breakfast tacos, dude, at the top of the list, 100%.
It looks pretty deep. You know what? Like how many would you get though? Would it just be this or maybe more?
Bean and cheese?
Yeah, like how
Dude,
many would you
I
get?
could oh my god, man. I'm dead serious when I say I would eat anywhere close to, like, 12 or 20 if I had my way,
Like they'd
because 'cause
have to
they're
wait.
cheap.
Yeah.
Like cause like, they're super cheap. Back when I was, like, in high school, you can get a bean and cheese taco for, like, 75 cents.
Yeah.
Like, so you just load up a big old bag of it, have, like, 3 pounds of food for, like, $5.
The sandwich too
So
is,
good.
like, pretty good, like, if I had that with, like, a coffee or a beer or something, probably would be with the chips, ooh, dude, like, honestly, a good sandwich will lift your spirits, so, like, with some chips, and, like, hey, you're about to die, but you had a nice sandwich, fuck it. I think
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a sandwich, man.
for me, last meal, probably want, like, a really nice, like, not like a regular pizza, but, like, nice pepperoni, bacon. Probably from back home, some like the pizza from Chicago back home, like pizzas there was great. But if I couldn't have that, dude, I'd also maybe like try to get like one last like really nice like American Mexican like tacos, like corn tortillas, pulled pork, carnitas or steak, the rice and beans on the side, a modelo, you know,
Yeah.
some sauce. That wouldn't be bad.
Your margarita. I know you love your
My
margaritas, dude.
margarita, maybe some quesadillas on the side, some chips and salsa. I wouldn't be mad if I had that and then died. I'm like, you know, I'd be okay with
So it
that.
sounds to me, if we were in a end of the world situation, we're either gonna go to a Mexican restaurant or Chili's.
Yeah, pretty much. I could see it. I mean, that's given. Like, I can't be with my family. Like, let's just say it's just me and you. Then, like, yeah, that's our plan. Like, let's.
Yeah.
They might even serve us too. They might just say fuck it. Wow. So, we talked a lot. I think food is a huge topic. We focused on a few aspects like what we like, what we don't like, food and media, things we like, things we liked as a kid. Um, anything else? Any other closing thoughts on food in general, or what do you think?
Big shout out to the farmers, man. Like,
Yeah.
they really need to get they need to get their flowers. Like, everybody should respect a farmer. Go and make some stuff. Like, my wife, she farms, and she bought the farm, right? Like, a little
Mm,
piece of land, and she's growing her own cabbage and her own lettuce. She uses her own lettuce for her burgers now,
that's awesome,
and yeah, like, we're growing, like, potatoes and garlic and all this other stuff. She even has honeybees right now. Like,
dude. She's living
it's
Animal
good.
Crossing in real life.
I know, and
Mori.
I'm just, like, over here, and she, like, looks to me, and she was just like, "Oh, you're buying new tools?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm already, like, I guess, like, passively, like, looking for stuff, like, to
Yeah,
build for little projects for her little farm. 'Cause, like, I'm
yeah,
into
that's
smart
nice.
farming because, like, I come from an engineering background, so I'm like, I think smart farms are pretty cool. Like, the future of food and, like, how things are right now, it's things are bleak for sure,
Mm.
and things are expensive, but I think people should maybe, pick up a gardening book or plant something just to
It's
play.
smart. I mean, like, even like, so, like, in Japan, so even though, like, if you can't, like, afford a farm, like, Josh's yen millionaire wife, you can enter lottery systems, to coworker of mine, they had a lottery system in his neighborhood to get a patch of, like, garden space in this, like,
Mm,
big farm, and so, like, that's where he goes to, like, grow, like, chilies and potatoes or whatever. He's a big chili guy, so, yeah, learning how to do basic stuff like that could really, like, be life or death one day, you never know. Like, my parents always had, like, a garden for flowers, like tomatoes, like, they'd always just be growing something just 'cause, like, and, you don't really need to know what you're doing, but you could just, like, buy some seeds and see if you can take care of it and then, go from there. Like, it's not like you have to build like an irrigation system and like all that stuff I think comes better when you're trying to be more efficient, like with your wife, like having the business. At some point you want to make it easier for her, automate some stuff so she's not having to like go back and forth or worry about having the monitoring systems. Before you know it, John Deere will be giving you a monthly subscription to like the farmer tractors. So like if you don't pay, your tractor just stops working. So that'll be cool too,
yeah,
right?
yeah, really.
Oh, you need John
It's
Deere
so good.
premium to get this amount of time. Like God, the way like Did you see like how like they were like John Deere was just like fucking over like farmers like that with some of their shit?
Yeah, yeah, Louis Rossman, he's talked about it a lot, and it's gross. Yeah, but I mean, you don't need a whole lot of knowledge, and you definitely don't need John Deere tractors in order for you to go farming or gardening. Like, I'd say the easiest thing for you to go and make, anybody, is get a cinder block, or a couple of cinder blocks, and get some gardening soil and put some pinto beans in there, or any beans, and then just watch it grow. It does not require a lot, and they just grow straight up. Make your own little peas, or not peas, your own beans.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Hope you guys enjoyed this, and next time we'll talk about some other game stuff, maybe some more recent things. So talk to you again later.
Yeah,
It was nice chatting with you, Ohms.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up this year. What was it? Jamatsu. We have Summer Games Fest coming up. What else?
Switch
we got
2,
going on?
Deltarune.
Yeah, Switch 2. Yeah, Summer Games Fest 2025, Wholesome Direct, Xbox Game Showcase, bunch of stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But if there's something else that we're going to want to talk about, it'll just pop up.
For sure.
Don't expect anything. Hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Check out our social medias. Big shout out to Puelpo, Waste of Space, A Tiny Little Man, Mr. Crunchy Fingers.
We'll have his link in the description so you can find more of his artwork.
Yep. All right.
Deuces.